What's up, YouTube? We're back from the Ozarks. What we're gonna do is we're gonna separate hindquarters. We got the deer meat here. We're gonna vacuum seal it, get it ready to go. That way we can head back out, get back in the stand. But we're gonna do a video today on how to separate hindquarters, separate all the muscles. So anyway, stay with us and we'll get on. All right, guys, first, of course, you wanna keep it cold. Yeah, they're asking. All in the cooler, keep it cold and keep it drained. You don't want the water in there. Anyhow, we got our two hams, we got our two front shoulders, we got the neck meat, we got our inside straps and straps. We done ate the heart. Anyhow, stay with us. We're going to, I'll do the hindquarters last and the front shoulders last. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get the loins. We'll go ahead and get them cleaned up, get the silver skin off, cut up, vacuum sealed up, and we're gonna move on to the hindquarters. So, all right, stay with us. All right, guys, so here, I've already got all my tenderloin, inside straps, all that cleaned up. I'll vacuum seal it in a minute, but I was gonna show you an important thing right here. When you're taking the top round off right here, you flip it around so you can see it better in there. When you're cutting, you get all up in here, and there's glands. I can't even hardly show it good. There's a gland up here, and a gland down here. You want to cut all that stuff out of there, because if not, if you grind that in there with your meat, you will so regret it, because it's going to be so gamey if not. I'm going to go ahead and try to open it up. That way I can show you a better camera angle of that. I don't know if you can see it there or not, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it out there. There's one gland there. They're really big. I'm gonna shut the camera off until I get an opening where I can show it to you. All right, guys, when you remove the top round off of that, of course you're gonna cut all that stuff right there off, but right here, you're running into a couple of them. See that right there? That is a gland. And if you don't get that out of there, your meat will be so gamey, you sure don't want to grind it. It just, you get all that out of there, you'll be good to go. You can do whatever you want to with it. If you want to grind it, if you want to cut, you can make that like a roll. I know you've seen them like on Meat Eater or something like that. They roll them up and make like a roast like that on. You can do all kind of sort of things with it. Rolls, you can make butterfly steaks, whatever. Not with the shank though, you definitely want to grind that, but you really want to get that gland out of there. All right, I'm gonna get them separated and we'll be back. All right, we got them separated. This right here is our sirloin tip. This right here is our eye round. That's our bottom round. And this right here, Aspen, you all right? This right here is our rump. And of course, your shank right here. You want, if you're going to grind anything, you want to save that for last because it's got so many tendons in it. But remember, get these glands out of there. These right here. See that little ball right there? It's kind of greenish. You definitely want to get that out of there. If not, your meat will taste gamey if you grind that in with your meat. All right, we're going to start on the next one. All right, guys. I got it set up here right now. I've already did one. I'm going to show you the other one. All right, right here, we've already deboned this one. We broke down all the muscles. Now on this one right here, we're going to start it. I'm going to start it on this cardboard because it's kind of dirty and all that. But I'm going to try to first. I'm going to get all the silver skin and all the nastiness off of it and get it cleaned up all the way around on both sides before I actually lay it on this plexiglass cutting board. So we're going to go ahead and start doing that. It's just the basics. There ain't nothing much to it. We're just gonna get all this off that's holding the dirt and the hair and stuff like that. And then we'll start breaking the muscles down. So as soon as I get it cleaned up, we'll be back. All right, we got the first layer off. All this right here, it really protects the meat when you get that silver skin and stuff off. You can see how clean it is now. So the second step is we're gonna flip this over and repeat the process on the back side. Just getting the silver skin and the nastiness and the hair and all that stuff off. And then we'll separate the muscles. But right now, since we've already got this right here all clean, we're gonna flip it over on this clean stuff and take it off the cardboard, because really it's just gonna stick to it a lot, and we've already got this really good and clean, and we don't want any germs or anything. So we're just gonna flip it over on the glass. All right. All right, you can use your fingers. We're gonna start separating, but you can just feel where you need to go. And if you can't use your hands to pull it, then you can get a knife and just touch it. You ain't gotta go hard. Just like that right here. Pretty sure this is the eye around. Just like that. We'll run into these glands like I showed you earlier. Just touch the knife, you don't have to cut too deep in there. And just fill it with your fingers. Just like that. Okay, that's one. And these cuts right here is real tender. You can use them for grilling. You can cut them up, make fry meat, whatever. I would recommend, if you was just gonna, I wouldn't grind it at all. I do know that. Just keep sliding on this. I should have brought a towel out here, I reckon. Bottom part. This is what you want to cut out. This is the glands, what I was talking about earlier. You do not want any of this with your meat, because you won't be able to eat it. It'll be so strong and gamey. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a bucket. I've been putting all my scraps in a bucket so I don't mix up and put them in my grind meat pile or whatever. All right. We're just cutting these glands out of here. You could still separate them up. You could do it how, in what order you want. I'm just going ahead and get them out of there. That way we don't confuse it with anything else. You sure don't want that in your ground meat, I promise. All right, I'm gonna work on this other muscle. Right there's just gonna stay on the bone right there. Fill it with your fingers. This part right here we're going to use for ourselves for butterfly steaks on the grill. They're so good. Cut the tendon right there. Alright, we had to let our dog back in. She kept scratching the door. Anyways, this right here's our rump. Be good for a stew or whatever. Still tender cut though. What's wrong? This other part of the round off here. Bone right there. This part right here is really good. We're gonna make butterfly steaks out of that. That's what we're gonna do. But we're just separating it right now. Goes all the way into this. Over and this is it. When you get done, you can cut your tendons out and all that. It's not that hard of work. I'd rather do this and let somebody else do it and charge me a couple $100. I think we're gonna make our own sausage this year too. Save another couple $100. Yeah. Alright. Last but least is the shank. You ain't gonna be able to do anything with that but grind it, or you can make a stew. But we're gonna use it for grind meats. What we're gonna do, cut straight down, and this right here you have to get down and dirty on this and square it bone, lay it out. You see all these tendons. I'll show you when I get it cut open. And them tendons is pretty tough. If you don't use the right setting on your grinder, you would clog it up when you use the bigger. Right there. So strip. Try not to waste any of it. Alright, this is grind. We'll put that in the grind pile. It's cleaned off right there. So there you have it. This right here is tender. We're gonna make fry meat out of this. We're gonna cut against the grain. We'll cut the strips and then we'll cut it against the grain. Make some fry meat out of this. On this bottom round, we're gonna make some butterfly steaks out of this. Cut them against the grain, let them open up. We're gonna put them on the grill. We'll make a stew out of this. And we'll make some fry meat out of this right here too. And like I said earlier, we're gonna ground the shank. So, alright, this is the finished product. Anyhow, the shank meat, you definitely want to use that for grind. Unless you're going to make a stew or something. It's got a lot of tendons right there. You're going to have to cut your white skin, your silver skin off and all that before you start making your initial cuts, before you bag it. Get all that off. This right here is just separating the hot. That's all we're doing. We're just getting everything separated, getting it ready to get the white stuff off, silver skin, and cut. And then we're going to vacuum seal it. We're not going to vacuum seal it whole like this. However, you could do that, but I would recommend getting all the white stuff off in silver skin. That way you don't have so much to do when you thaw it out. But anyways, just a tip. Hope that helped you out. If it did, maybe you can hit that thumbs up for us. Anyways, maybe you can catch us on the next one.